Good morning, dear students. I am Pratap sir, and I am again here to teach you English. In our previous lectures, we have learned two, three, four topics of English language, English grammar. Now we are again on the next topic, that is the noun. Chapter number 6, noun. Do you remember that we have already learned this topic noun after our first chapter, the hot rice plate? Do you recall? Okay, that is the same thing. But why I am going to teach you? Because in this language portion, there are so many examples are given here, and some exercises related to this chapter noun, these are also given here. So that are very much important for us and very necessary for us, because these type of exercise or what type of exercise can be asked in your exams, that are given here. So we need to practice it. So that's why I am revising you, and it is very much important topic now, because it starts from your very first class till it comes till your 10th 11th classes. Okay, so it is very important thing. So as much as possible we could revise it, we should revise it. Okay, now chapter number 6, page number 25. Okay, in your grammar book, the topic is noun. Look at the pictures and read the following sentences. The first picture, Aman is laughing. If you can see this boy, his name is Aman, and he is laughing. हंस रहा है. Aman is laughing. So Aman, the name of person, that is a proper name of this person, Aman. He has a pet dog. Aman has a pet dog. The picture of animal is given. That animal is dog. Okay. The specific name of that dog may be different, just like Tipu, Tiger, Tony, Moti. Any but proper name may be different, but the common name is dog. The third picture is Qutub Minar. They live in Delhi. They live in Delhi. It is the name of place, Delhi. Okay. And Qutub Minar is also located there in Delhi. He writes with a pen. Who writes? Aman. He writes with a pen. Pen is the name of a thing. Now this is Aman is the name of person. Dog is the name of animal. Delhi is the name of place, city, and pen is the name of one thing by which we can write. Now what is the definition which comes here? Words which are used as the names. Words which are used as the names of people, names of places, names of animals, or names of things are called noun. Noun is a name of person, place, thing, or animal. That is the simplest definition. So the words which represents the names, the naming words are called nouns. Okay. Now there are some different kind of noun that we have learned in the exercise after chapter number 1. That is again revising here. One is common nouns. Common nouns are the names of the persons, places, or things of the same kind. Same kind means those who are belong to same group or same kind of group. Same type of person, same type of animals, same types of places, same types of things. Just like actor. Actor is a person. But actors, there are so many actors, but the same category of persons, those who are very expert in acting, they are called actors. So we know so many persons or people, those who are actor. Doctor is a common for every doctor. You can use the name doctor for any doctor. Farmer, joker, king, teacher, student, boys, girls. These are so common names of people. Now, common names of animals. Bull, we can call any bull. This means they belongs to same kind. Cat, dog, fox, lion. Okay. So many animals, they have common name. Okay, all animals have common names. Places, just like airport, it may be any airport in any city. Bank could be any bank. Church, factory, park, temple, cinema hall, these are only common for every place. Things can be also common, just like almirah, book, computer, desk, eraser, pencil, pen, book, shirt, ID card, everything, because they belong to same kind of things. So these common names which are given to every common thing, place, person or animal, these type of names are called common nouns. Okay, clear? Proper nouns. Now, proper is the name which is specifically or properly given to a single person, single animal, single place, or single thing. Just like proper nouns are the particular names given to a certain common nouns. These are the certain. These names are given to a certain. Just like I have a pet dog. Dog is a common name, but the proper name of my dog is Moti. So Moti is it's a proper noun, but dog is his common name or common noun. They always begin with capital letters. That is the property. That common noun, they begins with a small letter. But proper nouns, they always begin with capital letter. Okay. So in dog, D is small, but Moti, Moti. So Moti, in Moti, M is capital because it is a proper name. The following words are regarded as proper nouns, just like names of people, just like Pratap sir. Okay, your name, your father's name, your mother's name. Names of people, just like Rajiv Gandhi, Kishore Kumar. So both the first name and last name, they both starting with capital letter. Just like in Rajiv Gandhi, R is capital and G is capital. In Kishore Kumar, both the keys are capital. Names of countries, they always begin with capital letters and they are proper nouns because country is a common name because it could be any country. But India is only one. China is only one. So they are starting with capital I and capital C. Name of cities, Delhi, Agra, Mumbai, Khargone, they are all proper specific proper nouns. Names of the days of the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, these are the names given to all 7 days. They are proper. Now turn your page number 26. Names of the months of the year, January, February, March up to December. Names of the oceans and seas. Oceans, the water bodies. Okay, just like the Indian Ocean, Caspian Sea, Arabian Sea. Okay, the Bay of Bengal, Pacific Sea, Pacific Ocean. Okay, these all ocean and seas, they have particular names. Names of rivers, the Yamuna, the Amazon. These are the names of the rivers, the Narmada, the Brahmaputra. Name of the historical monuments, the ancient buildings. Okay, which were built in the ancient period ancient time, past time, just like the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, the Konark temples, Surya temple, okay, Sun temple. So these are so many different historical monuments. Names of festivals: Buddha Purnima, Diwali, Holi, Rakhi, Eid. These all festivals, they have a specific name, proper name. Names of special days: Independence Day, it is very special day for us. Republic Day, this is also one special day for us. So these are specific names given to a particular moment or for the specific day. Now that is the difference between common noun and proper noun that we have already discussed. Collective nouns, now this is very important. Collective means the names which are given to a collection of a same kind of things or persons or place or places. Collective nouns are the words for groups of people, animals, or things. Just like army, that now these things you need to learn, memorize these things, okay. That is very important. In your whole life it will be used. Army, you know what is army? Army, a group of soldiers, a group of ants, they are also called army, okay. Bouquet, the last T is silent. Bouquet, group of flowers. Have you seen the bouquet? Group of flowers, when anybody goes to any party, they give them bouquet, okay. Whenever any guest come into our school, we present them bouquet, okay. Bunch is a group of keys. So many keys, if they are in a single ring, so that is called a bunch. Or one more thing, bunch is also used for the group of grapes. You know grapes, you like grapes? I also like grapes. So that is a bunch of grapes. Bunch of flowers is also used. Crew, crew is used a group of sailors. Now who are sailors? Sailors, those who sails on the ocean, in the oceans or seas, through ship or boats. So the person, those who are going for a long journey through ocean or sea, the persons, those who are working on that ship or boat, they are called sailors. So group of sailors are called crew. The member of that group is called crew. Crowd, crowd is a group of people. If so many people are gathered here, so we can say that, see that crowd over there. Crowd. Bheed, fleet, a group of ships that we have discussed already. Group of ships. Flock, group of birds that we have also seen. Herd, a group of cattle. Cattle means the animals, those are domesticated in the rural areas, village areas. It's like cows, buffaloes, goats, okay. These type of animals which are domesticated for the milk and the other products. Cattle. Herd means group of cattle. Jury, jury, a group of adjudicators. Adjudicators means judges, examiners, okay. Adjudicators means judges. If there are some judges or examiners, if they are sitting in a group of 3-4 persons are there, so we call them jury. Pride, pride, a group of lions. If there are so many lions in a single group, that group is called pride. School, shoal, group of fish. If a very big group of fish is swimming in the ocean or sea, that group of fish are called school or shoal. team, a group of players. The group of players is called team, just like band. Band is a group of musicians, or there are so many things. Some kind of collective nouns are also given in your grammar after chapter number 1, the hot rice place. So that you can also learn. Abstract noun. Now we are coming to the fourth type of noun, that is abstract noun. What is the abstract noun? These are the words for feelings, to show our emotions, that cannot be seen or cannot be touched, but they can be felt in our heart. So that type of feelings, we have given some names, some specific names to that type of feelings: happiness, sadness, and a surprise. These are the feelings. We following the following are regarded as the abstract noun, just the names of qualities. Names of qualities, just like mercy, bravery. Mercy means kindness, bravery. Okay, these are the feelings, these are the qualities of some person, just like uh, Chandragupta Maurya was very brave. Okay, Alexander was very brave, wise. Okay, he was very wise too. Chanakya was wise too. The names of an action, names of any action, just like smile, cry, run, learn, write, read. These are action words, verbs. The names of state. Now, what is state? It is not that is area, that is just like MP, Madhya Pradesh state. No, state means the condition in which we are living, just like health. Okay, adulthood, childhood. Okay, these are the conditions in which we are living. Just like I am an adult, but you are in your childhood condition, means you are children. So that is the state of your life. Okay, you born with a when you are a small baby, now you have grown up to here, then you will grown up into the adults, now you are in your childhood, your parents, they are doing parenthood. Okay, so these are the state. Friendship, enmity. The names of arts and sciences, just like grammar, literature, philosophy, economics. These are the names of the arts and sciences. Now, material nouns. Abstract nouns, they shows our feelings. They cannot be seen, they cannot be touched. But concrete or material noun, these nouns have two names: concrete noun or material noun. Both are the same. Either you can say concrete noun or you can say material noun. Just like material nouns are the words for the substances from which different objects are prepared. Okay, just like brass, iron, cement, paper, diamond, plastic, glass, silver, gold, stone. These all are materials by which the things are made. Just like this table, this furniture is made up of wood. So wood is the material now. Just like I have a ring, or you may have some ornaments. Okay, some chain of gold, some earrings. Now these things are made up of gold. So gold is the material now. Okay, earring is the name of thing, but it is a common noun, but it is made up of a material. That material is called gold. So gold is a material noun or concrete noun. So silver, gold, plastic, glass, paper, these are all materials by which the different things are made. Iron, brass. Another classification of nouns is whether they are countable nouns or uncountable noun. Now further, if we are going into deep into this topic noun. Now the noun can further be divided. Some nouns are countable. We can count them: 1, 2, 3, 4. 100, 200, 500, 2000. These nouns we can count. But there are some nouns which cannot be counted, or we generally don't count them. Means basically we can count them, but generally we don't count them. Just like sugar. If you go to any shopkeeper and you ask, please give me sugar, so how much sugar you will want? Ask from the shopkeeper. You won't say that 500 sugar. You will say that measure it or weight it on the weighting machine and just give me 500 grams of sugar. You will ask for grams, because in 500 grams there may be thousand or lakhs of the pieces, small tiny pieces of the sugars may be there. So you generally don't count sugars 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you just weight it and take it from the shopkeeper. So generally we can count wheat, we can count rice, we can count, but generally we don't count. We weigh them on the weighing machine. Some liquids are there. We don't ask to any milkman that give me 1 milk. No, we don't count milk. We just tell him that give me 1 liter of milk. So liter is measured in a instrument, that is glass type of instrument in which we measure. That is made for the measurement. You know, the milkman is carrying this type of measurement. So some liquids are measured in liters. Okay. Countable nouns, uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are the names of the things, people, etc. that we can count. We can count. These nouns have their plural forms because they have their plural forms. Singular form, plural form. Okay, singular means only single, but plural means more than single. 2, 3, many. So they have their plural forms as well. We can use indefinite articles. We can use indefinite articles. Articles are 3 in English: a, n, the. A and n, these two are indefinite article. The is called definite article. So here they are saying that a or n can be used in countable nouns, before countable nouns, before singular nouns, not before the plural nouns. If I can say a boy, but I cannot say a boys, because a means one and boys means many. So these are contradictory. So we cannot say a boys, because with the singular noun we can use a boy. Okay. As, a cat, an egg. Okay. So this type of nouns can be used with the articles a or n. Now, here are some examples also given in this table on page number 27, that singular noun and plural noun. These all are countable nouns. Boy, boys. Cat, cats. Dog, dogs. Egg, eggs. Fan, fans. Girl, girls. Hut, huts. Inns. Jug, jugs. Key, keys. So these are the example of some singular nouns that singular noun, countable noun, and that can be singular or plural. But now come to uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are the names of things that we cannot count or we do not count. We can count, but we do not generally count them. They do not have their plural forms. That's why they don't have plural form, because if we cannot count, so how can we say that it is a more than one or only single? Okay, so there is no need to make a plural of them. So they have only singular forms. We cannot use indefinite article a or an before these nouns because they don't have a singular or plural form. So how can we use a or n? Because the meaning of a is one. The meaning of n is also one. So we don't use one before them. Some examples of uncountable nouns are as follows. Now these you remember, you must learn that these are the uncountable nouns. Bread. Okay, we cannot say give me one bread. Okay, one packet of bread. Gold, that is material. Okay, all the materials, iron, gold, silver, these are uncountable. Furniture. Yes, now somewhere some students may be confused that sir, furniture, one furniture, two furniture, three furniture, there are so many furniture. No, furniture is a class. Class means a category in which different type of furnitures are there. Furniture are there. So we cannot use furnitures. We only use furniture. Okay. So there's a lot of furniture in this classroom. Almirah, table, bench, all these are under furniture. But furniture is always singular. We don't use s. Furnitures is wrong. Only furniture. Milk, it is a liquid, so all type of liquid just like milk, oil, water, cold drink, so these are all liquids. So liquids are milk, oil, sugar, compassion, honesty, courage, wisdom. Wisdom means knowledge, courage means braveness, happiness, smile. So these nouns are always uncountable noun. It's like smile. Smile is a name of feeling that that is the action, and that we are showing that our happiness. So smile, wisdom, courage, they are uncountable. We don't count that he has one courage and he has two courage. No. Okay, he has less courage and he has more courage. But we cannot say that he has 5 courage and he has 10 courage. No. You are smiling, so you cannot say that he is smiling only 1 and he is smiling 3. That cannot be possible. So, now exercise. Since we have done this already twice, so now it's up to you, but let me brief you that what you need to do here. Read the following sentence. Come to exercise page number 27. Read the following sentences having nouns in color, blue color. Okay, and write whether they are common noun, proper noun, collective noun, abstract noun, or material noun. Means you need to identify. So just like we celebrate Republic Day on 26th January. Now Republic Day is a noun, but which type of noun is this? You need to write here. Can you do this exercise? It's a simple. You can do this, or you can take the help of this also. Here you can say Independence Day and Republic Day on 26, page number 26. It is already given the answer. Names of the special days, and it is under the category of proper nouns. So you can write here proper noun. So by taking the help of previous explanation, you can fill this answer. Second type of exercise B is complete the following crossword or finding out the hidden profession in the dark blue. Now profession. Do you know what is profession? Profession is a type of service which is provided by anybody to any other firm or any other person. Just like teacher. Teacher is a profession. Okay, I am a teacher, and what I am doing? I am providing my services to school or to the students like you. So teacher provides his knowledge to students. So teacher is a profession. Teaching is a profession. Okay, so doctor, advocate, Okay, lawyers, these judges, they are professionals. They are called professionals. So there are so many persons. They are doing different services. Okay, so that type of person are called professionals, and what they are doing is called profession. So now some hints are given. Okay, clues are given. Now according to that clues, we need to fill this crossword. Okay, so that is a puzzle. This is a puzzle, if you know. Just like first hint or first clue is given, someone who performs in firms. Someone who performs in firms. Now what is firms? Firms are companies, corporates, or any organization in which anybody goes and gives their services of 8 hours, 10 hours, and he gets salaries there. Someone who performs in firms. So I am not opening the answer here. You apply your mind, your brain. You can use your mobiles to search the answers. You can ask your elders, elder brother, elder sister, or your grandpa, grandma, father, mother, anybody. You can ask this question, okay, and try to use your brain. Then I will provide you next day the solution of this. Someone who looks after ill or injured people in the hospital. That is very easy. Everybody knows that. Someone who cuts stones into pieces and can buried, that is misprint here, I cannot see, then can buried in buildings. Someone who cuts a stone into pieces and can in buildings. So that person, okay, so you need to find out what person he is called. And someone whose job is to do scientific research. The person who is doing research on some scientific topics, just like in corona, some persons, they are doing some research in the laboratories. Daily we are listening the news, and we are waiting for the vaccine of corona. So that type of persons, what they are called, we need to fill the crossword. Someone whose job is to treat ill or injured people. Someone who makes cloths for men, just like this cloth. I have got made these cloths from some professional. So that professional, what does he called? Okay. A person who defends someone in court. Okay, just suppose I am defending my client is standing there and I am defending him in the court. So what do you call me? So that type of profession you need to find out. A person whose job is writing books, stories, articles, etc. So what type of that person is called? A doctor who performs medical operations. He opens the body, he treats, and he again sew the body. So that type of doctor, this special type of doctor, what does he called? And a person who watches a match closely to enforce the rules. Okay, the person who watches a match closely means he is standing in the field and he is watching whether anybody is not breaking the rule. So what type of that person is called? Who is judging that if anybody is not doing any wrong thing in the field or in the match. So that person is, what does this type of person is called? So that is a puzzle. Okay, that is up to you. Now come to exercise C. Select abstract nouns from the help list. This is help list. Okay, that box is called helpless. Now you need to find out the abstract noun, means feelings, the names of the feelings. Fill in the blanks. Defeat, advice, success, beauty, compassion, defense. So now you need to fill in the blanks. You can do this. Right? Countable, capital C, uncountable, capital U. Means milk. Milk is given here. Milk is a noun. But what type of noun? If it is a countable, write capital C. And if it is uncountable, write capital U. So use your brain, use your mind. Fill in the blanks with a, an, some, or any. Now these are four things which are provided here. Now out of these four things you can fill any. Means you can repeat. Means a is, if a is written here, you can also write a here. Again you can repeat a. Again and again you repeat some 2, 3, 4 times. Wherever you find necessary or suitable, you can use anything many times. Okay. There is honey in the jar. Now you know honey is a type of paste, cream type of suspense. Okay. Now for that honey, do you consider honey as a countable or uncountable? Of course, ghee, honey, butter, these are uncountable. So these are type of some liquids. So paste. So for with this type of paste we use uncountable. And if it is uncountable, a or n, they cannot be used because they are always used with the countable. So two options are removed. Now some or any. Some is used when your sentence is positive. Okay, when we are going to tell something in positive way. If the sentence is going in negative, not is used there. No, not, never. This type of negative sentence. So these in negative sentences we use any. Or in sometimes in questions we also use any. So some is used for the positive sense and any is used for negative sense. But for only uncountable noun. If honey is uncountable, means we have to take from these two only, some or any. Now this is a positive sentence. There is some honey in the jar. If it was a negative sentence, suppose it is a negative sentence, there is no, then at that time you can use any honey, not any honey. There is not any honey, but this is a positive sentence, so some honey. There aren't, now this is a negative. There aren't apples in the basket. Now apples are countable. You can count 1 apple, 2 apple, 3 apple, 4 apple. That is a countable now. There aren't any apples in the basket. Now again this is a negative sentence. Whether it is a negative sentence, but we can also use any. Any can be used for countable as well as uncountable, both. Some can also be used for countable and uncountable, both. But for the negative, always remember, for negative sentences use any, and for positive sentences use some. There is egg. Now spelling is egg, E-double-G. There is no S here. Okay, only egg means singular. Now with eggs we use an egg, not a egg, because it starts with the vowel sound, egg. So whenever we start any noun with vowel sound, e, u, a, I, o, in Hindi sound. If we start with pronunciation a, then we use an. Okay, otherwise we will use a. That is the rule of article. When we going to read the article deeply, then I will tell you this rule. So like that you try, first you try this solving this table, then I will make you or give you the correct answer. That at that time when you find the correct answer, then you match your answer with my answer, then tick right if your answers are correct, and then count the right ticks. The total, suppose total exercise are uh, 30 or 31, so give yourself marks like just like if there are 32 sentences, so put total 32 sentences in the denominator, and in the numerator suppose your 26 are correct. When you match your answer with my answer and your 26 are correct, so give yourself 26 marks out of 32. Okay, then judge your knowledge. Okay, so here we end with our topic now, and now after this we'll continue with the textbook with chapter number 3. Okay, take care, have a nice day, thank you.